Okay guys, it's me. I've been trying to record this for quite a while, but my phone keeps dinging because my brother's sending me messages one after the other. And so I haven't had a chance to, I keep having to restart. Anyway, so hi, hope everyone is doing well. We're doing good on our end. Husband is still going through his treatment and so far so good. Knock on whatever this is, that he's doing well, so that's a good thing. But I don't usually do this content on the doll menagerie page. I do junk journaling and planner. I'm a planner nut, and so I don't typically do videos like this. I'm probably gonna share this on both of the pages, but I figured I would, just because I haven't done a video in a while for the doll menagerie. So I figured I would say hello to everybody and give you guys a little update on how everything is going on our end. We are good. And then tell you what I came across today. So I've been journaling since I don't know when, but I really got into the traveler's notebooks back in around 2015 or so. And I actually used to make them, and I had an Etsy shop where I would sell them. And so I had stopped making them because I just didn't have the time to do it anymore. And you know, everything is like an evolution. You start doing one thing, and then the one thing turns into another thing and another thing and another thing. So today, earlier this morning, a friend of ours came over and dropped off a one of those drawer sets on wheels that have all the different colors, and you know, you pull the plastic drawers out and it has space. And so I figured I would go through and organize all of my journaling material, because right now I had it in boxes, multiple boxes. And so I went to put my winter boots away that I had been packing in a closet, and I look up and I see all these boxes on top of the closet that said washi tape, scissors, cutters, stamps. And I'm like, wait, I could have sworn I had either packed everything away and it was in the basement, or I had gotten rid of it and donated it. But apparently I didn't. I packed it away and I put it on top of the closet and totally forgot about it. So I got all the boxes that were up there so I could go through them, and I found some really cool stuff, blasts from the past, that I wanted to share with you guys, because I thought it was, some of it is funny and some of it is pretty cool. So the first thing I found was all of these notebooks that I had made, and bookmarkers. So these were bookmarkers that I made, and then these were traveler's notebooks, and they're just made exactly like the ones from the Travelers Company, which is, these are my, well, these are two of mine. I actually have three of them. Let me just bring this out a little bit so you guys can see better. Sorry guys. Okay, but I actually have three. This was my first one, and this one is a Midori brand, and then around 2020, I think, they changed their name from Midori to the Travelers Company. So this was my very first, I have this upside down for some reason. My very first Traveler's notebook, and I love this thing. It has been with me for years. I love the way it looks now and how soft the leather is. And then I got a, what do you call it? A passport size one that I just carry around with me in my purse. And this has like our medical information, and I have a little planner in here, as you can see, and a couple of things that I put in here, like little books, little pages that I did. And then this is my most recent one, and this is the special edition Let's Go on a Road Trip version. And I initially got this, and I was going to actually keep it in its package and not use it. And my husband was like, no, you need to use it. If you got it, use it. Don't put it away. Why are you going to put it away? So I've been working on the different pages on here. I have a book log, you know, and this just keeps my mind busy and helps me. This is a shop we had gone to. Here's some other stuff. This is all of the gift tags from people who donated to us recently for, I had an Amazon wish list and, or needs list, because I didn't want to do a GoFundMe, and everyone was insisting I do a GoFundMe, and I just wasn't comfortable with that. So I did a needs list with things that we needed, and so these are all the tags that came with those. And then just pages. This is the little ball jointed dolls that I got. This is our pizza page. We went out to dinner the other day. It was a good day, so we took advantage of it. And then this was my last one, was for May the Force be with you. And this was my Star Wars one. And these pictures, actually, my husband, he's a photographer, and he took at the Comic-Cons. And then, of course, you know, Family Guy. I can't get over their version of it. And this is from a card that my mother gave me. So this is what I use this one for. So it's getting kind of chunky. So there's that one. And this one currently is housing empty books, because I haven't gotten around, I haven't decided what I want to focus on with this one. So yeah, these are my actual Travelers Company's Travelers notebooks. And then these are the ones that I made, just the same way that theirs are, except for they are fabric. And I used to sell them, and I had them in all different sizes, from A6 to passport size to you know, whatever, A5 I think it is. So that was cool to find these, because I thought I had sold all of them, and I guess these guys kind of got put away and I never sold them. So I found that. And then this is just a handkerchief that belonged to my dad that I found packed away in one of the boxes. And then I found this. This is a limited edition collector's item. I don't know where I got this from, but it is the Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children, and inside it has like old vintage pictures, and some of them have things written behind them, or they're numbered, and they're pretty cool. And I don't know what each one means, or, you know, if they were all the same, or if these are actual old photos. They look like real old photos from, you know, from the past, because I collect vintage photos. I have a couple of tin type photos and things like that. And so they do look real, but I don't know. So I have that. And then I came across some old, some of my old journals that I had worked on. And I had a stack of them from back 2015, 16, 17. And this one was, I was a blogger. And this book had all my lists on topics and things like that, and places that we were going to take pictures. So we did a lot of the Comic-Cons and concerts and things like that, and I kept all of that information in here. And then this was pretty cool. I think I need to do this again. I was watching movies, and or shows, and I couldn't keep track of the seasons or the episodes or when the new season started. So I started to keep a tracker for the shows that I was watching. So and then it would be red if the season ended and green if the season was on. For some reason, I never finished it, but these were all the different shows that I had watched during that time. And I just kept track of all the seasons. So it's pretty cool to see some of the shows that I was watching and be like, really? Did I watch that? Call the Midwives. I still watch that. That show's fantastic. The Muppets didn't last very long. Little Women, Life Below Zero was another one. American Horror Story. Here's another season of American Horror Story. Or no, that's Hemlock Grove. Downton Abbey. Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. That was a pretty good show. Jane the Virgin. I, for some reason, didn't track that one. So these were all shows that I was watching and keeping track of. So that was pretty cool to see. This is different, like, things that I had written. Tags for pictures that we take. Places that we had gone. This is a gentleman called Wild Bill. He was so great. He owned this eclectic kind of junk shop in Connecticut, and it was called Wild Bill's, and you would go in there and you could just find all of sorts of like vintage stuff. He had a one of the bicycles from Pee Wee Herman's movie. One of the actual bicycles he had hanging off his ceiling in there. And then outside he had all these car sculptures and a partially finished haunted house. And unfortunately he passed away, and so the place no longer exists, but it was a pretty cool place to visit. And this was my very first Midori. You can see my little Inspire tag on there. And moon pies. My dad loved moon pies. And then I just had random stuff written in here. I had things that I love and things that I want to do. And this was pretty interesting because I have done some of the stuff. And I was looking at it now and kind of checking off what I had done. And one of them was... oh gosh, there was so much. I wanted to visit Obscura Antiques, which I did. I found that also in the pile of stuff. What else did I want to do? I wanted to see Boy George and Culture Club, which I did. My husband went to take pictures of him, and they gave us tickets to go in. And I didn't really have a list that was like crazy involved. Like I wanted to meet the Dalai Lama, or I want to meet the Dalai Lama. I visit Yale Library, which is literally 45 minutes away from me. Eat lobster in Maine, maple syrup, visit Native American reservation, which I've technically done. Go to Harry Potter World and Universal Studio. Go to a formal dinner where you got to dress up bougie. Walk across the Brooklyn Bridge, which we've been tempted to do, but we haven't done yet. Learn how to make a paper mache Day of the Dead sculpture in Mexico, which was offered to me. My husband's dad is from Mexico, and the family had offered to house me and send me to do classes. However, I couldn't do it because I was working, and I had too many commitments here. See Wayne Dyer in person, but he passed away before that. Get an Amish quilt, which I haven't done yet. Host a Victorian Christmas party, which I haven't done yet. Go to Prince Edward Island. Go to Hawaii, visit San Francisco, take an art class, drink a beer at Oktoberfest in Germany, visit Watkins Glen, see Niagara Falls. I did go to Arizona, but we didn't see Niagara Falls. Visit France, Spain, go to Strand's bookstore in New York, which I've been to many times. go to the Brimfield Marketplace that I've been to, spend the night at a monastery, which I've technically done, visit Ireland. Well, it wasn't a mount, it was a nunnery, a nun's house. I don't know if that's the same thing, but anyway. Walk the Canopy Walk in Cape Town, Africa. Visit Casa Azul in Mexico. Get a passport-sized Midori, which I have done. Let's see. Spend the night in a haunted hotel, house or location. Go back home to Puerto Rico, buy a house, which we already have, so I don't even know why I put that on there. And again, I put go to Harry Potter's world in Orlando. So, and then the things I love, I put on this side. These were my favorite washi tape things, the blog topics again for that year. So that was that. And then this is another one that I worked on. And this was just like random writings and doodles and thoughts. It was like a dump book that I did. Faces are not my forte. And I think this is watercolor paper that I had gotten as a notebook. But this was 2015. So this was some of the stuff that I had worked on. It's crazy to see the evolution of, you know, it's like world domination, drink coffee, dominate the world, and then drink coffee again. And that's all I did on here. This was a planner that I had for 2017 and 18. And then this one was another planner, and I really loved the concept of this, and I don't know why I never did it again. But every day I would either draw something or put something into the day, and then put a thought for the day. So like this was laundry day. This, I said I got a lot done today, made me feel like Wonder Woman, and it's a little Wonder Woman character there. Watched the Tudors all day and colored in my coloring book. Gave my daughter a driving lesson, and we did not do well with that. Yeah, so this was fun to do, and I think I want to do this again because it was really like rainy day, like just such a fun thing to see now that, you know, I'm looking back at it. So here's the day I got acupuncture, which I hate, when we went to see Boy George. This is how my week started, and then it ended. See my little pencil drawing there. And yeah, that was all I did on here, but I love that concept, and I think I'm going to do that again in one of my notebooks. And maybe I'll take my original one and do that. But I found all of this stuff along with scissors and stickers and so much to see. And it was so fun to go through all of this stuff. And I'm sorry for this video being so long, but I really wanted to share it with you guys because it's fun to look back at our lives sometimes, you know, especially when you're doing like the junk journaling. And it's been such a long time. I stopped doing it because I just got sidetracked with life and commitments to, you know, my husband had gotten sick in 2019 again. And my mother was being difficult during that time, and I just, there was done. I was like, I couldn't do anything. And so now I'm kind of picking it back up, and to look back at some of the stuff that I did, and I'm like, wow, why am I not thinking about doing that now? You know? So yeah, so if you are into junk journaling or planning, because I do have a planner thing too, you can follow my Instagram on, it's called And She Beaded. I'll put the link in the comment section. I do have a YouTube channel for And She Beaded, but I really don't put a lot of stuff on there. I just I don't really make a lot of videos for the planning. I just mostly do pictures of the stuff that I do, or I do quick videos, you know, that sped up video when you're watching somebody put a page together. So yeah, that's it. If you guys are into planning, let me know, because I love to share ideas, and I would love to see everybody else's planners and junk journals. If you are open to showing those and doing a video, that would be awesome. And if you do a video, please tag me, because I would love to see your junk journals and your planners and your ephemera and your stickers, because I have way too much, and this video would be like 2 hours if I showed you everything that I have when it comes to planners and journaling. So that is that, guys. That's all I have for now, and until next time, thank you for watching. Again, thank you for keeping us in your prayers. We really appreciate it. And yeah, I will do another video when I can. And until next time, guys, bye.